Hey, what's up guys? This is Robert Wilson, Pensacola's #1 real estate agent, and in today's video we are going to go on a Pensacola neighborhood tour. Currently we are right outside the Pensacola Blue Wahoo Stadium in the downtown Pensacola area, but we're going to check out 3 neighborhoods over in the northeast section of town. We're going to go to these neighborhoods, do a drive-by of them, show you guys what some of these homes look like on the exterior. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about some of the the average price points that you can expect to find in these neighborhoods, as well as some of the pertinent landmarks and key features surrounding these neighborhoods. So if you're watching this video because you want to learn a little bit more about the Pensacola area in general before you move here, well, congratulations, because you have landed on the right video, because this video is going to really help you do that. That's what this channel is really all about. Like I said, my name is Robert Wilson. I'm a real estate agent here in town, and I put out videos like this all the time, help clients move here to the area. Obviously, before you move somewhere, you want to kind of, know what you're getting yourself into. So if you're looking to learn a little bit more about the Pensacola area, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because like I said, this channel is really geared all about that, helping folks who are thinking about moving to the Pensacola area, learn about the area, get more familiar with it. That way they don't move here, end up living in the wrong house on the wrong side of the track. So anyway, thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, and then let's go do it. All right, so we are over here in the East Pensacola Heights neighborhood. We are actually at the Bayou Tahar boat ramp right now. So just on the other side of this street right here, we're gonna have the East Pensacola Heights neighborhood. So real quick, let me just kind of break down this neighborhood for you guys. So one of the main positives about the neighborhood is gonna be its proximity. So it's located right here along Scenic Highway, and it's located just east of East Hill. Now, why this is important is because obviously Scenic Highway is gonna run straight into downtown Pensacola. You know, you can easily pop over onto 17th Avenue and head to the beach. But also, as one of my subscribers mentioned recently, if you know you're the type of person who is really wanting to live in East Hill, but maybe not necessarily wanting to pay East Hill prices, East Pensacola Heights is a really good alternative for you. So all that being said, let me just kind of tell you guys about some of the homes in this neighborhood. So a lot of the homes in this neighborhood, as I already mentioned, are pretty nice, and homes typically sell in the price range of $200,000 to $300,000. Now, a lot of homes do sell above the 300K mark, and you know, sometimes sell in that 400 to 500K range, especially depending on the quality. All right, so some of the landmarks and local tips worth mentioning about this neighborhood are, let's start with our landmarks. Number one, you're gonna have the A.K. Suter Elementary School, which I've heard nothing but great things about. So if you have kids, then this would be a pretty good neighborhood for you. But also, I do wanna mention that right here on Scenic Hwy, you're gonna have, you know, a lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses, retailers, you know, mechanic shops, auto, you know, service centers, and just really, you know, all types of businesses located along Scenic Hwy, including restaurants, bars, taverns, you know, pretty much everything. But also we have Bayou Boulevard right here as well. And the thing that I wanted to mention about Bayou Boulevard is Bayou Boulevard will take you straight in to Cordova Mall. So I wouldn't really call it like a, you know, a secret route to the mall, but it definitely is an alternative route to the mall. Most folks are going to take 9th Avenue all the way in. So if you want to avoid the congestion and hassle and traffic that comes along with 9th Avenue and navigating around the mall, Bayou Boulevard is a great alternative for you. So if you're the type of person who seems to be running errands all the time, you got kids, and you want to live in a great neighborhood but not pay super high prices, but highly recommend the East Pensacola Heights neighborhood. So anyway, all that being said, let's go do a quick drive around of the neighborhood. Let me show you guys what some of these homes look like from the outside, and then we will head over to our next neighborhood. Let's go do it. So that was the East Pensacola Heights neighborhood. Now what we're going to do is we are going to hop back on Scenic Hwy. We're going to hit a left, and then we're going to head towards our second neighborhood, which is going to be the Summit Park neighborhood, located right off of Scenic Hwy as well. But anyway, let's hit this left, get on Scenic, and let's head over there. right, so we are over here at neighborhood number 2, and I'm actually parked at one of the local parks, no pun intended, but the name of this park is Bay Cliff Estates Park. And the name of this neighborhood, I don't believe that it actually has a specific name, but if I lived in this neighborhood and I was inviting somebody to come over for like a Super Bowl party or something like that, and they asked me how to get here, I would tell them that I live in the neighborhood that's right off of Summit Boulevard across from the Bay Bluffs. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this neighborhood. So homes in this neighborhood typically sell between the 350 to 400 range. And as you can see on Zillow, there's actually a separate neighborhood just to the right of this one that we're in off of Summit Boulevard. But right here, homes off of Francisco Road, they sell close to that $1 million range. As you can see, one recently sold for about $750,000. And then you can also see that one recently sold for about $975,000, so just below that $1 million mark. But over here on this side of the neighborhood where homes are selling for that $375,000 to $400,000 mark, you're gonna see a lot of 3-bed, 2-bath, brick ranch style homes that were built in the 70s. A lot of these homes are also gonna have, as you can see on Zillow, you can see that a lot of these homes are actually gonna have pools in the backyard. But I think that's definitely something that really just kind of speaks to the Pensacola area in general. As I've mentioned in my other videos, the weather here in Pensacola, it's pretty much summer year round. I mean, we have 3, 4, 5 months worth of cold weather, and the other 7 to 9 months are, it's pretty much summer year round. So if you have kids and you want to, keep them entertained, well, a swimming pool is a great way to do that, right? And like I mentioned, with the summer months being from March to late October, if you have a swimming pool, it's gonna get used almost 9 months out of the year. So it's a really good investment. I've seen homes sometimes where, they have a swimming pool, but it's like, you can only use it for 3 to 4 to maybe 5 months out of the year. And I don't really see the value in that. But here in Pensacola, it just makes total sense to get a swimming pool, especially if you're gonna use it practically year round. And then in the other neighborhood where homes were selling for nearly $1 million, you're gonna see the types of homes that you would expect to see sell for $1 million plus. Really nice, luxurious homes. Okay, so those are gonna be some of the types of homes that you can expect to find in this neighborhood, as well as the price point that you can expect to pay over there off of Summit Boulevard. But real quick, let's talk about some of the major landmarks and some of the things that are located around this neighborhood. So as you can see behind me, we have Bay Bluffs Park. Bay Bluffs Park is essentially a nature trail that leads you down to Pensacola Bay, where you can hang out, take your dog for a mini adventure, and just get outside and enjoy some fresh air here within the city limits of Pensacola. Another major landmark located very close to this area, or rather right beside it, is the Pensacola Airport. You definitely will hear airplanes flying overhead, landing and taking off, but that's going to be pretty common almost anywhere in Pensacola. If you're not hearing planes land at Pensacola International Airport, then you're probably hearing the Blue Angels practice. So yeah, you will hear planes, but that's just part of living in Pensacola. It is what it is. And last thing to note is that this area is basically a straight shot to the Cordova Mall and 9th Avenue. So very easy access to shopping and restaurants. And Scenic Highway is a straight shot to the downtown area and out towards the beach. All right, so that's pretty much all I've got for this neighborhood over here off of Summit Boulevard and Scenic Highway. Now I'm gonna jump back in the car. We're gonna cruise around, show you guys what these homes look like on the exterior, and then we will hop over to our third and final neighborhood for this video. Let's go. Okay, so that was the Summit Park neighborhood. Like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna see a lot of 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom homes. A lot of them are going to be brick ranch style homes built in the late 70s. But now we're gonna come up here, hit a left on Scenic Highway, and then pop over to our third and final neighborhood, which is Scenic Heights. Let's go. So we are within our third and final neighborhood for this video, and I'm actually over here at Heitzman Optimist Park. As you guys can see, there are a lot of pine trees over here, and this is actually a disc golf course. Get out of the way before I get hit with the frisbee. And then over here as well, you can see the playground and play set behind me. A lot of kids out here, a lot of families out here today. I believe that this is actually the week of spring break for the school district here in Escambia County. So now this makes sense why there are so many people out and about today. I was kind of wondering that earlier, but we are over here in the neighborhood. I call this neighborhood Scenic Heights. We're over here off of Scenic Highway, Langley Avenue, the Creighton Road area. Let me just tell you guys real quick about this neighborhood. So this is going to be one of out of the 3 that we've been to so far today, this is the biggest neighborhood. All of the streets, as you can see on the Zillow or the Google map, that all of these streets actually connect. So, you know, I would consider this to be not only the biggest as far as your total amount of square footage that it covers, but also just, I mean, since all of these streets connect, you have the opportunity to really kind of connect with the maximum amount of your neighbors out of the 3 neighborhoods that I've shown you guys so far today. So all that being said, let me tell you guys about some of the homes that you'll find in this neighborhood. Going to be very similar to the last neighborhood that we were in. Going to be a lot of 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick homes over here. A lot of the homes in this neighborhood were built in the 70s. Price points for this neighborhood, in my opinion, is going to be kind of the most stable that we've seen out of all 3 of these. As you can see on the Zillow map, most of these homes are selling, you know, in that middle $250,000 range, on up there to the low 300s. You don't really see kind of anything too spread out. Like that last neighborhood we were in, some of the homes over there, you know, they creeped on up into the 400, 500, you know, even almost on up there to $1 million range. But this neighborhood is predominantly going to be that 250 to low 300,000 range. You can buy some fixer-uppers in the mid, you know, 150s. But again, kind of your average price point is going to be 250 to 300K. So, all right, so now let's talk about some of the major landmarks here in this neighborhood. And I'm actually standing in one of the biggest ones, and that is the Heitzman Optimist Park, like I mentioned earlier, just a few seconds ago. But as you can see behind me, we have the play set, we have the disc golf course over there. Right here, we have some soccer fields. So obviously there's soccer games held here as well. I'm sure they have t-ball. And then also, I'm pretty sure that they have drone flying competitions and races over here in this park as well. This is probably, in my opinion, the biggest landmark for this neighborhood, simply because like it has pretty much everything to offer. It's really, really big, just kind of like the neighborhood is. So a lot of the folks in this neighborhood, you know, they take the kids over here, meet up with some of the neighbors and friends, and, you know, just have a great afternoon. But also, as far as your location for this neighborhood, you have Scenic Hwy located right there. So if you're wanting to go to the beach or you're wanting to head to the downtown area for the weekend, all you got to do is hop on Scenic Hwy and then head in a southwestern direction. And you can easily be in downtown within 5, 6, 7 minutes, and the beach probably around 20 to 25 minutes. Also, with you being located right here next to 9th Avenue and Creighton Road, you're gonna have your Walmart on Creighton, which, you know, isn't necessarily anything to brag about, but if you do have to go shop at Walmart, you know, you might as well only be a 5 to 10 minute drive away, which makes it, you know, takes the sting out a little bit. And then also, as far as your retailers on 9th Avenue, I don't even really want to begin to try to name off all of the retailers and restaurants that you have available to you on 9th Avenue, but real quick, just off the top of my head, I know that you have George Bistro and Bar. On the other side over here, you're gonna have Philly's Cheesesteaks, O'Reilly's Uptown Tavern, you're gonna have the Cordova Mall, and plenty of other restaurants and retailers that I can't think of right now. But anyway, those are some of your major landmarks. You know, like I said, we're in the Heitzman Optimist Park. Homes in this neighborhood, as I mentioned, sell between $250,000 and the low $300,000 range. A lot of homes built in this neighborhood were built during the 60s and 70s, a lot of brick ranch style homes, but that's pretty much all I have for this neighborhood. One of the biggest, as I mentioned, but now let's go ahead, jump in the car, cruise around, show you guys what these houses look like from the outside, and then let's take it on in. Let's go.